Welcome back, folks. I'm your host, Scott Dredd, and today we'll be taking a look at something a little different than most of the boards I normally look at. That is the Wowgo 2S. Now, I hear you saying, Dredd, where have you been? Whose house are you in right now? And why are you reviewing another budget board? As some of my longtime Blade Riders know, my first board was actually a Wowgo 2, and I actually really liked that board. And more recently, I looked at the Wowgo 3X, which this board is kind of a spiritual successor to. And for all the doubters out there, I even trusted their original board enough to let my father drive one after 4 glasses of wine. As you can see, he's a natural. So kicking things off with the overall design of the board, the 2S Max has a notably premium looking modern appearance and noticeable lack of the massive in-your-face branding of other boards in this price range. The deck is made of 8-ply Canadian maple and fiberglass composite, which adds a decent amount of durability but loses some of the flexibility of normal bamboo and maple deck boards. The Max also features foam grip tape in a slight concave shape, which helps deal with road vibrations and increases ride comfort, though the thicker grip tape does make the concave a little bit shallower when carving into deeper turns. The 2S uses Wowgo's standard remote controller, which features remote turn-on from standby and USB-C for charging. The board comes stock with your choice of either 90mm ABEC style wheels or 105mm donut wheels. I opted for the 105s for my testing. The 2S Max, and before it, the 2S Pro, previously used Wowgo's Paris-style trucks, but more recently switched to a new Caliber-style truck with a 50-degree angle, which in my opinion feels and looks a little more premium. The stock bushings have also been changed from 90A originally to a much firmer durometer, although the actual hardness is not provided on the website. The 2S Max is listed at $499 USD, but routinely goes on sale for less, and you can use promo codes to get discounts if there's no regular sale going on as well. Now let's take a look at the spec sheets and see how that compares to my actual experience. This board is equipped with dual 550 watt hub motors and has 3 speed modes and a turbo function. For context, usually boards in this price range come with 400 to 450 watt motors standard. The 2S comes with a modest sized 12S 2P battery of unknown cells and advertises a range of up to 14 miles or 22.5 kilometers on a full charge. More realistically, see 8 to 10 miles with the 90mm wheels or 6 to 8 miles with the 105mm wheels depending on how you ride and road conditions. During my testing, the 2S did struggle a bit on some of the steeper hills in my neighborhood, even in turbo mode, but otherwise was able to eventually complete most of the climbs I threw at it. Wowgo offers a 180-day warranty on all of their boards and has numerous ways to contact them to troubleshoot issues, including WhatsApp, chat, and email. They also offer almost all of the serviceable parts for this board on their website if you need to replace something out of warranty. Real quick, if you're enjoying the video, why don't you think about giving me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel? Lets me know that you want more content like this and to keep going. I'm not usually a fan of hub motors, but when paired with the optional 105mm donut wheels, this board feels moderately comfortable and responsive during daily driving. I would actually recommend just going with the 105mm wheels if you do decide to get this board. It'll just be a much more enjoyable daily ride experience overall. The acceleration on this board was very smooth and a little punchy at full throttle when in turbo mode, and the braking curve was not overly aggressive when decelerating from higher speeds. Surprisingly, the rolling resistance on this board is actually very low. This is a big plus if you're coming over from push boards and used to kicking off at lights. Turning and carving on the stock 90mm wheels and bushings did feel a little stiff, but improved slightly when I switched over to the 105mm donut wheels. Overall though, the stock riding experience was pretty good and in line with my expectations for a sub $600 budget board. Okay, so what didn't I like too much? Honestly, there aren't too many things on the 2S that I can really nitpick for the price point. There are, however, 2 things, and one of them is a lot more frustrating than the other, so let's get into that. First off, I was actually surprised that Wowgo doesn't offer a integrated handle option with this board. Not sure if it's because of hybrid deck, but the handle is a huge plus for me in a commuter board, so not having one on the 2S was kind of a bummer. And then my experience with swapping the hub sleeves was not great. This, on paper, should be a simple process, but there was nothing in the instruction manual and on how to do it, and one of the screws was damaged from the factory and partially stripped out basically immediately. Luckily, I had the tools on hand to extract the screw, But if this was somebody's first board, that would be a major break point. So ideally, the instructions could be updated or added to the website to include that info in future. Also, the included hex tool, oddly enough, did not fit any of the wheel cap screws, which was, again, odd, but only a slight oversight in packaging that could easily be corrected. Overall, the 2S Max has been pretty fun to ride for me and offers decent daily rider performance and okay range bundled into a rather premium looking package. If you're looking for a good last mile board or just want to dip your toes into e-skate for the first time, I can actually recommend the 2S Max. If you have a little more money to spend though, you might want to opt for the Wowgo 3E, which has the belt drives, which I prefer, and are 600 watt as opposed to 550, and also includes that integrated handle for only about $50 more. But hey, that's just my experience. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments if you made it this far. I hope this video was helpful in making a decision, and as always, stay safe out there, Blade Riders. Peace.